Hello friends, welcome to Days in Life. Friends, the year 2020-21 has just ended and it's needless to say that it has not been a great year for pharma industry. The industry has grown close to 2%, which used to grow close to 10% earlier. Now, after the end of this year, almost every company and every pharma professional is looking for year 21-22 as a year to recover, or you can say year to cover up the losses in the business or the profitability, or you can say to momentum as overall. Now, how we look at, if we analyze now based on the trend, based the way it looked to be now, how the coming year 2021-22 looks to be as of now. So today we'll be talking about 8 such facets of the pharma industry, or 8 different aspects of the pharma industry, how it will look at 2021-22. But first, I think we should talk about, as a first thing, about COVID. See, currently we are going through the second wave of the COVID, which is going on. Some people suggest that there is going to be third wave also, sometime around September, October, November in 2021. In fact, nobody knows whether third wave will be there, will not be there, and how things will take shape. But it seems that COVID is not going to vanish for at least another 1 year. It may reduce in coming time, or it may increase sometime during the third wave, but it is going to exist next 1 year overall. Even if COVID reduce or COVID goes away, but COVID fear, or you can say COVID protocol, will be there. So what will impact is the industry sentiments or overall industry growth, or you can say normal working, it will keep on impacting. So year 21-22 again is as a second year we have to live from industry point of view under COVID. Now, as second point, let's come to growth. In such a situation, what kind of growth we can expect? I am looking at growth something to the tune of 6 to 8%, that too on the low base of 2020-21. Or that means the business growth which should have come rather say 2020-21, now will be coming 2 year put together. Or the business overall which should have grown in the year 2021 only, now put together in these 2 years, this may be growing, and that too again for entire industry, many segment will end up the loser. So it's not going to be very great year, some recovery, some good sense will be there, and this growth will be coming on the low base, like in the month of March data which has come, which is showing good growth even in antibiotic also, but we should remember this growth it is showing on depleted data of 2020. So it's not a great situation. So overall I look at 6 to 8% overall industry growth. When we look at as a third point, company-wise point of view, the major loser bound to be the mid-sized companies, as bigger companies are not so big loser. And while most of the smaller companies, which are too small companies, some or other way they are trying to recover because the operation they are more active and more faster companies. But mid-sized companies are big loser, as little bit they are confused in this situation, how to go ahead, how not to go ahead, whether to take a decision, whether not to take a decision, or overall what should be their approach. So because this confusing situation and because of availability question mark on their product, mid-sized company is going to bigger loser in the 21-22 also, which already are the loser in 2021 already. Coming to fourth point, when I talk about employees point of view, the year 2021 there was significant job loss for the employees point of view, and many companies have done the salary cut also. So people are looking at a recovery in the year 21-22, but the way situation is happening, I am seeing the job loss going to be even more in 21-22, particularly in the first 6 to 8 months, as company expectation will not be met and employees has to face those consequences. Doing business in the coming time, or say 2021 if I talk, will be much more difficult the way it used to be couple of years back. So when doing business will be more difficult, business rule will all set to changing slowly but gradually. So many past performer will convert into non-performer and there will be job loss. Overall, I see the quite a bit, job churning. The job consultant are going to be busy in the coming year. So it's not a great year for employees also, the ways we look at say. Coming to point number 5, when we look at segment wise, respiratory segment will keep on losing because of butterfly effect, more so in first 6-8 months, because last year it start declining in the somewhere around July or so. So next 1 quarter or so it will keep on declining, but overall numbers, overall point of view, it will keep on suffering. Anti-infective will recover, more so in the last year low base, but not significant recover. It's not going to cover the old losses. Opthal will continue to slow because Opthal lot of business, lot of practice based on the procedures which are going to be less in the coming year also. So Opthal will grow, but growth is going to be slow, particularly in first 6 to 8 month time. Dermatology, pain management, gynec, I believe they will pick up their normal growth story the way it used to be maybe couple of years back. By and large, I see their growth in that line only. The two segment I see which is going to big gainer, one is CNS segment and another is diabetic segment. Last year, because of COVID, the lot of stress, depression, all those kind of things, it is going to reflect on the CNS. And remember, CNS has not done bad in 2021 also. CNS is further going to grow in 21-22. Diabetic segment, which has grown almost 7-8% last year, will go into double digit this year because diabetic has direct relationship with the stress factor. And lot of diagnosis will take place for diabetic patients. Detection will take place this year. So diabetic is one segment we will be bound to grow in double digit this year. And cardiac, which has ruled the last year also, will continue with the good turn in the double digit growth. So three segment particularly I am seeing double digit growth or big gainer. One is cardiac as usual, and new will be joining CNS and diabetic segment. Coming to point number 6, when we talk about digital fate, many companies are betting big on the digital. They're investing huge money and the resources there, whether manpower, whether financial and all. So digital is bound to become an integral part of the promotion mix. But it is very unlikely that is going to replace personal selling in the near future, not only forget about next 1 year. So it's going to be a mix of the digital and the personal selling combination, which itself will be a shift from the only personal selling which we used to in the past. So digital will be there, but not in such a big way, the way noise is being made. But yes, we have to do the digital and we have to mix up, or you can say it will become integral part of our promotion mix. Coming to point number 7. When we talk about many mid-sized companies or some smaller companies which normally adopt Me Too approach, or you can say more believe in the trading, these companies are bound to be loser in 21-22. These companies were loser in 2021 also, some extent, but much bigger extent they will be losing in the coming year. So when you combine the 2 year, or you can say a pre-COVID situation when you see in 19-20 and you look at say post-COVID, if I assume 22-23, there will be significant loss or the significant difficulties for the companies who believe more into Me Too approach and trading approach. So this again, if you relate with the mid-sized company, this is big losing area until unless they change their approach, change their strategies now. And last point, friends, I'll share about self-medication. Self-medication was an increasing trend before COVID also. During COVID, it significantly increased, and post-COVID, it again gear up. So self-medication will increase. OTC segment will keep showing good growth story. OTC segment will keep on showing good growth story, and the retailers which we were not considering important or we have taken for the granted in the past, and last 1 year we have seen the importance of being retailers and retail availability. This will become even more, gain more momentum in the year come. So we need to think about seriously what is going to my retail strategy. So when we talk about promotion mix or promotion strategy, retail strategy is going to find a place in the future. The companies who ignore retailers or who ignore the retail strategy is going to be loser. So one big gainer in the coming year or the coming time will be the retailer area or the retail strategy per se. So these are broadly 8 areas, 8 facets we can think about how the next 1 year look like. And friends, one more thing I would like to suggest is when you analyze or you make a plan for the coming year, don't look at simply last 1 year data, look at the data how it look at last 6 months. This will give you much better picture. Even more so when you look at last 3 months, even better picture. So instead of looking at total 12-month data, keep it part this data. This will give you better clarity and better way to plan for the year 21-22. I hope this video will be useful to you and wish you good year for 21-22 for all of you.